With some simple additions like quinoa and peanut butter, my protein-packed oatmeal will get your day started off right. Let me show you how I do it. For one good portion to start your day, I'm using a half cup of rolled oats, and this oatmeal is the long cooking kind. That's the kind I like. I'm using a quarter cup of quinoa, and the oats have about 5 grams of protein. The quinoa has about 6 for both of these amounts. I'm also going to add some peanut butter and a little bit of honey towards the end, along with some other toppings to make it taste great. All right, let's put all of this together. All right, so I've just rinsed and drained our quinoa. Remember, you always need to wash quinoa before you cook it. And I'm going to cook the quinoa separate from the oats because they cook at slightly different times. So for the quinoa, I'm just going to throw that in the microwave and cook it to package directions that way. As for our oats, I'm going to start those off in a dry pan and toast those a little bit before I bring that up to a boil with some additional water. Just a couple minutes for both. Our oats are getting nice and toasted. I'm seeing a little bit of brown now. It's time to add our water and get that boiling. Okay, just got our quinoa out of the microwave. It's pretty much done. You know quinoa is done when the grain bursts and it has that little circle on the outside edge. I'm just going to add it to the last couple moments of cooking to our oatmeal. Let that all boil away for just the last few minutes together. And while that finishes up, I'm also going to add a couple other additions that I always like. So just a touch of cinnamon. This is totally optional, and really I just like a touch, and also a splash of vanilla extract. I think it adds something special there. All right, a couple more minutes on the stovetop, and then we'll add our final pieces. All right, all the liquid looks nicely absorbed. I'm going to cut the heat, and then I'm always a fan of a little bit of dried fruit, something to add some sweetness. So for this, I'm going to add some slivered apricots. I think they add a nice bit of color, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of texture as well. You could add whatever fruit you like. Okay, we're on the home stretch. I let our oats and quinoa and the apricots just sit on the stovetop for just a little while to let those apricots just plump up and let all of the other flavors sort of combine together. We have a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla already in there. And so now comes to our final couple steps. So to add a little bit more protein, I'm going to put in a nice tablespoon of peanut butter. Use whatever your favorite peanut butter is. This adds yet another, I believe, 4 grams of protein. And just stir it in gently. I do like to do this off the heat. Melts in really nicely. And then finally, just to make it a little special for today, and because I was hunting around through the bulk food section of my local market, I found dry roasted soybeans. So this might be an unusual addition, but I really like the color. These sort of green beans, and they add a little bit of crunch, as well as another boost of protein throughout this breakfast cereal. Finally, a little squeeze of honey to make a bit of sweetness come out with those apricots, and we are off to the races. Oh, looks delicious. Oh, looks so good. Maybe just a couple more pieces of slivered apricots over top. Love the green and the orange color those add. And if you like a little bit of dairy milk or non-dairy milk, I have a little bit of soy milk here, or you could use coconut. I like that on mine. I hope you try this combination of protein-packed oatmeal at home, and I hope you enjoy.